Fellow social workers all over the world, I feel very honored as president of IFSW to speak to you on the occasion of this year's World Social Work Day 2023. The theme this year, respecting diversity through joint social action, would not have come at the right time as this. The theme stems from the People's Charter for a New Eco-Social World. The Charter is premised on promoting and supporting local and global action to unlock the means to co-design and co-build a new eco-social world that leaves no one behind. It calls for bringing together our local and global expertise to work collaboratively with local communities and populations to bring about transformative change. The theme recognizes that change happens locally through diverse leaders in our communities. So World Social Work Day 2023 provides an opportunity to acknowledge how communities can take powerful actions that can lead to inclusive social transformation. Social workers all over the world have for a long time demonstrated great examples of their role in working with our communities. IFSW has recorded and publicized many social work examples of working collaboratively with local social workers and communities. We have also recently demonstrated that solidarity is key to social work practice. A visit to social workers in Afghanistan is one of them, where our colleagues from IFSW visited Afghan social workers, encouraging them as well as linking them to global networks. That is very important. It also provided an opportunity to appreciate the practice terrain or practice setting of our colleagues in Afghanistan, as well as provide them with a necessary support system for them to be effective practicing such a setting. The People's Charter brings out the following values as a basis for forming a holistic, inclusive framework for our everyday relationships and actions. So the number one, it highlights love and care for people and the planet, responsibilities and holistic rights. It also highlights respect, dignity, harmony, and social justice. Thirdly, it brings out the aspect of diversity, belonging, reciprocity, and equity. It also brings out the aspect of Ubuntu. And finally, it highlights togetherness, accountability, and community solidarity, equality, inclusion, and collaboration. To actualize these values requires us all to rethink and to challenge ourselves in every aspect of our lives. The implication is that we ought to co-develop reciprocity, we got to co-build peace, we got to live with nature, we got to co-create social justice, as well as co-realize equality. So what can we do together? Recognizing that sustainable change has resulted from mass movements where diverse populations have worked together to achieve common interest. We can co-design and co-build working together with local communities, national governments, and global institutions. We can act together to save the environment, recognizing the rights of nature for sustainable coexistence, co-build new cultures that are sustainable and respectful to ecosystems and the environment. We can also act together to engage governments to not only look at economic growth using the profit-making lens, but also the sustainable well-being of communities. Meaning then that the economy is supposed to be viewed as an important factor, but should not be dominant in developing a sustainable eco-world. We can further act together to influence our political leaders to move from introspection to global cooperation, to co-build a balanced eco-social world for our survival and ensure equitable distribution of vital resources. We can also act together to ensure that state social protection moves from being viewed as reactive public spending to sustainable investment in the well-being of our people. We also ought to co-build a social protection system, the health system, education system, and other social services, as well as co-design preventative and responsive support systems that fulfill the rights and meet the needs of our people. We also ought to act together to invest in strategies that support communities to be better prepared for future crises. Of course, we're just coming out of the COVID-19 pandemic, which was a big crisis affecting all parts of the world. We need to act now. And now we must act. Happy Social Work Day.